Welcome back to Timberborn. This is not the community we've been streaming so far this series. This is me actually going back to the very first map that I ever played on to kind of just give you an update on where the community that I've been working on in the background has gone. So I've got this wide dam right here that's making this huge lake that I've basically got a zillion water pumps in. I'm just paranoid I'm going to run out of water. So I've just got so many pumps. And this lake, it just never dries up because there's just so much of it. So I've got different districts. This is my central district here, which is sort of where we started out. I never moved the district center here. This is just where you begin. I've got this dam up here that makes this lake in the backdrop, including this levee way back here to keep it from flowing off the back of the map. And so this place has been pretty successful. Got some little forests growing here. But I just added this district. And the reason I added it was because I wanted to have another backstop up here to release more water during a drought, because the droughts are getting longer and longer. This one is about to end. But one of the other advantages, I'm going to pause it real quick, the drought's ended. One of the other advantages is once I back this up, it's not just going to back up along sort of the source riverbed the way that it did in the... in the other game that we've been playing, where it's just like I built that dam right next to my community and it just had this tiny little stretch of riverbed and it didn't really hold much water. No. Because there's this gap right here. I'm pretty sure the water's going to flow through that gap, fill up this entire lake, and give me access to building a community over here next to these ruins. So, I mean, I'm starting to push the limit of what my computer can even handle here. But in terms of just you can see the performance is chugging a little bit. Just in terms of the number of, different beavers I can have running around on my screen at the same time. So while we're watching this water come up, have you noticed this? That when I turn the camera, the shadows turn, like the light source is just, right behind me and it moves with me? Like, I am the sun. It's kind of creepy, actually, that I'm sort of fighting drought while being the sun. It just feels a little bit like I'm working at cross purposes. Okay, so this water's going to come down like it always does. And actually, now that we've refilled this, I'm going to pull this back up to its usual height, so we'll see it behaving as normal. So we're going to hit this floodgate, and the water flows in just like it always does. But now we can slam this floodgate shut. And when we do that, we back up the water. I love there's a little wave that goes back when we do that. We're backing up this water now. This is just the most satisfying part of Timberborn. Like, you engineer this whole thing thinking you know what it's going to do. But you don't really know. I love how the greenness, because the water's so much higher, the greenness is spilling down before the water has even gotten all that close. That's kind of cool. So yeah, we're going to back it up. It's going to... Oh, we got a little surge there. I think that wave from when I slammed it shut is still kind of going back and forth a little bit. Radithcore points out the wonky shadows might be adding to the frame rate issues. I would not be surprised. Okay, so now we've got the water coming in here. The greenery is starting to spread out, and the territory around this district has also started getting greener. Originally, I could only plant crops in this very tiny little area, but I've got more options now. And unfortunately, so this area here where I've got these stumps, this is usually underwater, but because I had to release some water with these floodgates, it drained a little bit. However, and right now it's just not filling up because I've got these floodgates up. But once we're done filling this giant hole, this is going to take forever, but also it'll take forever to use up all of this water. Once we filled this reservoir up, like, I could just knock this down just half a block and just have infinite water, basically. Now, this water that's in this pool is not going to be part of that infinite water because it can't ever flow back in this direction. But basically, it's the top surface level of this water that's going to be what I can draw on for later droughts. So yeah, Le Coalition says, you've played the game too much when the FPS drops. Yeah, totally. So I should probably not be this ambitious with my Timberborn games. I should probably, build to a certain level ambition and then stop, or maybe try to achieve certain technological and comfort ambitions without needing to spread out quite this far. But I'm having fun. I don't know. See, I've got 28 unemployed beavers, which means that I've built too much housing. I've got too many beavers here, but I just can't stop myself. Orthhouse says, Timberborn and teriyaki. I like it. So I assume that means that you're having teriyaki, because I didn't tell you what I had for lunch, and that's creepy. I didn't have teriyaki. I could have teriyaki. I've got some teriyaki sauce that I could stick on something. But, well, that's a problem for later. Right now, this water is about to overflow its banks and go another layer up, and then it's going to have to fill this mine down here. So here's a question. I don't know if mines function as drains or not. I've never flooded a mine before. If a mine is a drain, then this might not actually work the way I intend it to. Let's see. Does it get covered or does it keep... Okay, it looks like the water's rising. Yes, the water's rising. Okay, cool. I was worried that the mine would be a drain, but it's not. So we just got to fill this up now. And then basically we're also going to flood this. So whenever I decide that it's time to go and try to mine this, I'm probably going to have to build like a new district center over here or something like that. And then build a levee around this edge to sort of, to dry this area out. And then I might have to install a water pump, not to get water to drink, but just to pump the water out of this area. I mean, they can drink it in the meantime, but yeah. Orthos is comparing this settlement to the British Empire in terms of its how acquisitive and spread out I am. The Coalition is actually challenging me to see how low I can get the frame rate by building too much stuff. Yeah, I think that my my reach may have exceeded my grasp here. I can't really make this work, but I'm still having fun. If you have trouble watching Timberborn at a low frame rate, don't worry. This will be a short video. You can just skip to the next one if you're watching this later on YouTube. But I promise I'm going to move on to something else. I'm actually planning on playing Rollerdrome mostly this afternoon. So once we're done filling this enormous reservoir, we'll probably take a break. But I'm just so proud of myself. Having this much water upstream for my community, it's going to open up so many possibilities. And again, like the ground around this little tiny district is really becoming fertile. Unfortunately, the wider the reservoir gets, the slower it fills. So we're just kind of stuck looking at it for a little while. So how are you all doing, chat? How's your day gone? Hopefully the downstream stuff. Yeah, it looks like we got enough water. By the way, look at this. I've started doing, we can look at this, try this out later on in the other stream. But like we've got, in the other, in my other community, we've got water agriculture now. We've got like, we're growing cattails and spatterdock and turning that into like crackers and grilled spatterdock. I don't know what spatterdock is. I've heard of cattails. I don't know what spatterdock is. So like I'm just like I'm using the entire river as farmland now. So La Coalition is getting people to vote on what we should name my Timberborn kingdom. He suggested Beaverville, Beaverly Hills Empire, Trumbull Valley, Timber Empire, and Jeffrey and Friends. This place already has a name. I called it Hiatus. And that's because it's been so long since I've played the game. I wanted to come back and play this map to remind myself how to play again. So I just named it after the delay from the first time I played this map to the second time. So Airy Twitch is suggesting Timber Valley. I do like Beaverly Hills. I feel like that's something I should name a future. Yeah. How about the next time I start a new beaver settlement? I call it, if people keep voting for Beaverly Hills, maybe I'll call the next one Beaverly Hills. I'll try to remember. That's a pretty good one. Okay, we're getting there. I think we're going to get about halfway up this last row of levees. But unfortunately, that means we're going to flood this ruins. We're going to flood just a bunch more space. Oh no, wait. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oops. This is a problem. Okay, hold on. Let's look at what this does, but I think I might have to lower my floodgates. I think this is going to be too much. I didn't notice this back here. Oh no. This is just gonna... I think this is just gonna flow right off the map. Like, yeah, it's gonna fill this up, then it's gonna get up on top of this, and then it's just gonna go off the edge of the map. It's never going to flow down towards my community unless I block this off. Well, I've learned something. So the solution is to just lower this floodgate by 1 notch, and that means it will no longer be flowing into this. And so I'll need to figure some stuff out. Either. So building a dam up here is one solution. That would take a lot of construction really far away from my base. Another solution is I've just started making dynamite. And I wonder, I'm going to pause this. I haven't actually used dynamite. Let's unlock it. So if I bomb this so we can cut through at a lower level, then I can lower the entire floodgate, still have the effect I want, and in fact, we won't be flooding the mining area. I think that's actually the better solution. So let's stretch our path up this way. Actually, let's go like this. I didn't expect to be solving a problem here on the air, but here we go. Nope, not that one. This one, and this one. Okay, I think... Okay, so this will be reachable by builders once they've completed these stairs. But I'll need to get the explosives over to this district, which means we'll need to add... What's it called? Is it called explosives? There we go. Need to add explosives to my district distribution list, and I'll need to create a new route. This is the last route I can afford to do with this distribution center. I'll need to... What? I lost it. There it is. Send explosives over. How many explosives do I have? Where are they? Here they are. 65. I've been building them for a while, so without using them at all. So, okay, these beavers, they're finishing up. They just got to do the one last staircase here. But I'm actually worried. Okay, I'm going to actually lower the floodgates now. It's going to drop them down so that, yeah, we'll kind of clear out this space here. We'll stop just losing water out the back of the map. We haven't quite lost it yet, but yeah, it was about to go over. So we'll stop losing water out the back. This water will probably eventually dry up. I don't know if water just dries up on its own or if you have to pump it out. Malator says, dynamite is fun. You mean in this game or just in general? Across the board. So Malator says, be careful when setting off dynamite because you can injure beavers. Oh no! I do have a healer finally in this community. Okay, so it looks like that's how fertile I can get this place. at the current level of flow, and that's fine. That works for me. Oh, this beaver is all out of trees to chop down. Well, we'll pause him for now. Okay, there we go. Do you see that? Oh, army of beavers. Army of beavers with explosives. Nice. Come on. Let's bring some more beavers down here. We just got a few more. I don't know how powerful explosives are. Do they just blow up like one tile? Or is it more than that? And do they have chain reactions? I don't know. I think we should find out though. Are you all ready? Here we go. Detonate. All right. So now, with my floodgates not at maximum, we're still supplying water to this area, and we can still draw water from this area. So the next time we have a drought, I can lower this floodgate a little bit, bring in water from this lake, and keep everyone alive. So, oh, this water's actually flowing backwards in. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. So yeah, it looks like it's evened out. It looks like it's about at the right height. So I guess I kind of over-prepared by building my levee just a little bit too tall. But that's fine. I mean, it's also a useful bridge. So, you know, I'm not complaining. I'm kind of proud of this little spot. You know, I don't think I'm going to actually need this anytime soon. So I'm going to just delete it. But yeah, I'm going to get a nice little shot of that entire... Oh, here we go. The lake, the ruins, my little district in the foreground. Aw, that's great. Anyway, so that's what I've been doing in Timberborn whenever I'm not streaming. I've been building this elaborate nonsense. So I think I'll probably try to start mining that ruined city back there, just so that I can say that I've done practically everything available on this map. And then maybe I'll move on to another map in my spare time. So anyway, this has been a short Timberborn video. It's like, what, 20 minutes, if that? But that's fine. The last couple I did were really, really long. So, you know, maybe it's good to change it up now and then. So, I guess if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I will have a button for you. The next time I make a Timberborn video, that'll go there. Hopefully the frame rate will be better. And there's some other stuff right here. Maybe we'll go play roller drum.